Hey guys, Jim from Import Image Racing, and today we're going to be installing the Noble NBS Wide-Angle Mirrors with and without turn signals, so let's go. Since both of our lenses have defrost and install into the housing the same way, we're going to start with the non-turn signal mirror. The first thing we're going to do is take a clean microfiber rag and push the mirror all the way in at the top. Then with that same microfiber, we're just going to grab the bottom of the lens and pull. Once the mirror is dislodged, you're going to take your hand and remove the two wiring prongs that attach the defrost. With our new mirror, we're going to reinstall the wiring harness onto our prongs. Polarity isn't a problem for this part of the install, so it doesn't matter which wire goes to which prong. Now we can reinstall the new lens into the mirror housing just using a slight bit of pressure. Now we can work on installing the NBS wide-angle mirrors with the turn signals. Since we're going to be dealing with electronics this time, we're going to make sure to disconnect the negative terminal of the battery. Now we're going to remove the inner door card, and to do that, we're going to use our panel popper. Inside the door pocket, there's going to be a small cover we need to remove. And then behind our door handle is another cover. Now we're going to use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove our two screws. Starting at the bottom of the door, we're going to pull the door card towards us to pop it from the clips. Up towards the front of the door, you're going to see this L bracket. This is attached with a clip that we're just going to pop off. Now that the door card is loose, we're going to lift the card up, but we're not quite done yet. We're going to have to dislodge our lock assembly and our door handle. Finally, we can release our two connectors that attach our window regulators. Now we're going to peel back this plastic film here. Now, as you can see, there's this like black material that we call dum-dum, and it is very sticky and very stretchy, but it is important to keep it predominantly intact. So we're just going to kind of slice through it and keep the plastic as all one piece. We just need to expose our side mirror window bucket here, so once we have it back there, we can pull our harness through and then tuck it into our door. At this point, we can start to remove our mirror lens by pushing on the top and pulling our lens off the mirror housing. Disconnect the two heater element leads and remove our top mirror cover. To remove the entire mirror housing, we're going to be removing the three 10mm bolts. With the three bolts removed, we can remove the entire side mirror housing. We're going to take a zip tie and we are going to stick it into this end and fish it through to the other harness side, like so. Now we're going to take our unterminated leads from our harness and we're going to tape it to the zip tie. Now we can pull our harness through the mirror housing. Now we can take our two terminated leads, put it through this hole into the back side of our mirror housing. Now we can reinstall our mirror housing back into the door. Reinstall your three 10mm bolts. It's time to start prepping the car for us to pull the wiring harness through the door jamb from the door into the interior of the car. So we're going to start by removing the side and front kick panels. To remove the side kick panel, we'll just pull up to release the clips. To remove the front kick panel, there's a plastic nut that you can remove with your fingers and then pop the clips. We've now exposed the hole in which we're going to pass our wires through. This is the part where I tell you there's an easy way and a hard way. Now we're gonna do it the hard way, and that means I'm gonna take this fishing line and we're gonna fish the harness from the door all the way through the boot into the cabin of the vehicle. But there is an easy way where we can actually make 2 incisions in our boot, one at the top of the boot and one at the bottom of the boot, where we can fish our line through that boot, then we can run it parallel down the side of the boot and then reinstall it into the boot, into the cabin, which we'll show you on this vehicle right here. But once again, because this is a professional install, we're gonna do it the hard way, so time to get to work. And there we go. We got the fishing line all the way through. Now I do this quite often, and this took me about 15 or 20 minutes, so you are gonna have to use some patience if you decide to do it this way. Now I'm gonna attach the wiring harness to our lead, and then we're gonna pull the thing through and we can reassemble our door. And there you have it. Our line is in the car. Before reassembling the door, we're actually going to take a zip tie and we are going to attach our new harness to our window harness that was previously in the car. And what this is going to do is just help prevent any dangling wires here from getting involved or tangled up in our window or our regulator in the future. Now we're prepared to reassemble the door and the mirror cap. It's time to install our mirror. The wire up is pretty simple. We're going to hook our black wire to the black wire, then our black wire with the white tracer to the black wire with the white tracer from the harness. And as far as the defrost goes, the polarity doesn't matter on them, so whichever prong to whichever clip, and we're ready to go. To reinstall the mirror, we're just going to pop it into place. Now it's time for everybody's favorite part, the wiring, right? Didn't think so, but this is pretty easy. So what we're going to be looking for is as soon as our harness comes out, you're going to find a connector right here on the driver's side. We're going to be looking for this white wire right here, which is located in the top connector, 3 rows over and 1, 2, 3 spaces down. And we are going to be connecting our black wire with the white tracer with the provided alligator clip. Strip the wire and attach the terminal. Now we can discuss the ground wire. Now in the kit, you have another alligator clip provided, but I prefer a little bit sturdier ground. And luckily we have a ground block located right here. So we can remove this bolt and either strip the wire, wrap the bolt and reinstall it, or we're going to put a ring clip on this before the end of the video. With the wiring complete on the driver's side, we can go key on and check for functionality, and everything looks good. So we can now repeat all of these steps on the passenger side except for one where the wiring is slightly different, which I can show you now. Our ground location is the same on the passenger side, but our positive tap is going to be different. At this point, we're going to be looking for our second connector down, 3 rows over, and 7 pins down, and it is going to be this green wire. So now I'm going to wire the passenger side up. We're going to replace our front and side kick panels on both sides, and we should be good to go. All right, so that completes the install of our Noble wide-angle mirrors with and without the turn signal. So for thousands of parts just like this, plus tons more, be sure to hit up importimageracing.com for all of the best deals on the web and in the world, and we will catch you on the next one.